Buildings and equipment is the subject of this segment. In addition to building damages, the assessment should incorporate costs for damaged equipment and contents of the building. Contents may include furnishings, equipment, consumable or other supplies, files, records, research-related contents, animals, irreplaceable collections and individual objects, library books, publications and specialized items related to the function of the building and the service it provides. Early detection of settlement and documentation of damages as soon as possible is key. Take a photo and make note of the height of the high water mark, and if possible, look at as-built plans or other renderings of the building that can be used to obtain the details for the damage description and dimensions, or DDD. Look for saturated drywall and carpeting and curled, peeling, or displaced floor tiles or planks. Include the materials and dimensions of damaged walls, ceilings, and flooring. Provide DDDs for structural components, electromechanical equipment, building utilities, etc. Examples of some electromechanical equipment are motors, generators, pumps, and boiler systems. Provide estimates for asbestos abatement, mold remediation, and removal of mud, silt, or other accumulated debris if applicable. The older the building, the more likely asbestos will be present. We recommend you become familiar with a publication from the National Electrical Manufacturers Association, also known as NEMA. Evaluating water-damaged electrical equipment provides specific criteria and procedures for assessing the extent of water damage to determine if damaged equipment can be reconditioned for use again or if it must be replaced. Additionally, per FEMA's guide entitled Protecting Building Utility Systems from Flood Damage, any electrical components that come in contact with salt water or contaminated floodwater should be replaced rather than repaired. Corrosion can, at a minimum, significantly reduce electrical components' useful life, but more importantly, corroded components can cause electrical fires. Flooding along the Hudson River can involve brackish water, which would also apply. If this pertains to your jurisdiction, ensure you provide estimates for replacement as opposed to repair. Links to these publications can be found on the Public Assistance page of the DISH's website. Inspect appliances and electrical components that have been submerged in floodwater. Electrical insulation deterioration brought on by moisture, debris stuck in equipment components, and other factors can impair the equipment's ability to function as intended. Floodwaters contaminated with chemicals, sewage, oil, and other debris can also cause damage to electrical equipment, impairing its integrity and performance. Because saltwater residue is corrosive and conductive, ocean water and salt spray can be especially detrimental. Some other items to include in your damage assessment are backup equipment such as generators, heating systems, boilers, and so forth, and costs for temporary relocation of services and operations. Provide information about building contents in your damage description and dimensions. Contents can include equipment on the property rather than within the building. For instance, a bus garage is flooded, resulting in damage to the foundation, as well as tools and equipment being damaged or lost, including vehicles parked outside. Indicate the specific type and size of building contents and equipment, and the make, model, and capacity of equipment. If damaged equipment is still in use, identify temporary restoration measures and note if the equipment can function at full capacity. Provide insurance policies for anything covered, as insurance proceeds may be deducted.